So I was asked a question about why equals equals does not usually work for comparing objects, but we use it for comparing primitives. So I'm going to try to explain that. In Java, we have primitive types like int, char, boolean, and double. They store basic data. Integers store integer numbers, characters store single characters, capital A, lowercase a, exclamation point, 5. Boolean, true or false. Double is a double precision floating point decimal. Float is a single precision floating point decimal. Those basically just allow you to store more decimal places of precision. Long is like an integer, but it's 64 bits instead of 32 bits. So when you have primitive types, if you say int x equals 17, you're getting 32 bits of memory associated with the name x and storing the value 17 there. And the type of the primitive variable tells the computer how to interpret the value. Those 32 bits could be one integer, they could be 4 characters, and the type tells the computer how to interpret it. So if we make int x equals 17, we're getting a block of memory there, and we're putting 17. We're putting 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, or 0, 0, 0, 1 stored in there, 17. Now for objects, objects can be part of the basic Java libraries like string or array list. They can be imported from another library that you add to a program like Lion or SmartGazelle, or they can be defined by the programmer. But generally speaking, objects, they have both data and actions. There's methods associated with them. So they're not really the same thing. And that's what makes object-oriented programming different than some other kinds of programming. But you do end up using them in much the same way. We create variables that are objects and variables that are strings, and sometimes we want to compare them. Well, with an object, when we declare a new object, the bits of the object do not store the value of the data. Instead, the bits give you the memory location for the data in the Java virtual machine. So if we say string word equals flypaper, a string is actually an array of character variables. The bits of word give you the memory location where that array starts. So we say string word equals flypaper, then we get a block of memory associated with the variable word that's an address, and then that is the address of the array of characters where the string is stored. In this case, FLYPAPER, and that /0 is the null terminating character at the end. But the big central idea here is that with objects, the bits are an address. So when you use equals equals, you're comparing bits. So equals equals to compare two strings isn't asking you, do they have the same value? It's saying, are they pointing at the same location in memory? Where equals equals for two integers, if you have an int x and int y and you say if x equals equals y, it's asking are those bits the same, but that means do they have the same value? And that's why you can't use equals equals with objects to compare values, but you can use them for ints.